Now remember, just a month ago, Karnataka was amid a massive stir over the hijab ban. What started off as face-off between students in Udupi spread over the entire state and then landed at the doorstep of the Karnataka High Court. Here's a complete timeline of the hijab face-off that still grips the state of Karnataka.
2022 started with this protest in Karnataka. On January 1st, 6 girls entered into the classroom wearing a headscarf, but an Udupi pre-university college denied them the entry. Girls claimed wearing hijab is their fundamental right. The school shared photographs and said that no such precedents existed in the institution earlier. The Basavaraj Bommai government in the state then formed an expert committee to resolve the issue. By the end of the month of January, the girls moved the Karnataka High Court, claiming their right to wear the headscarf. In the next few days, the showdown over hijab spread. After Udupi, the hijab ban is reported in Shivamogga. Counter-protests erupt in Udupi. Soon they spread all across Karnataka. Hindu students now demand entry with the saffron shawls into the classrooms if Muslim girl students are allowed to wear a hijab. On February 4th, the Karnataka government intervenes and releases an order mandating the uniform rule. The High Court begins hearing on the petition filed by the girls on February 8. While the matter is in the court, protests spread across the state, leading to even a face-off between students. The hijab showdown reaches boiling point. On the one side, students wearing saffron scarf, and on the other, girls in hijab and burqas. By the second week, the High Court forms a 3-judge bench that hears the matter. On February 10, the bench, comprising Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court Rituraj Avasthi, Justice Krishna S. Dikshit, and Justice J.M. Kazi, stated that colleges in Karnataka can reopen, but restrained students of colleges that have prescribed a dress code or uniform from wearing any religious garment. Following this interim order, schools and colleges in the state were opened in a phased manner. All colleges reopened by February 16. Panic grips the coastal state now as more colleges report a tense situation. Students with headscarf or burqa are barred from entry and protests break out at the college gates. During the hearing in mid-March, the PU College, which was the epicenter of the Karnataka hijab row, blamed a radical group for allegedly spearheading the fight for hijab. While the petitioners' advocates said such a ban would be illegal and asked how a statutory authority can be made the guardian of fundamental rights. Finally, on March 15th, Karnataka High Court pronounced its judgment in the hijab case. The court upheld the government's order and dismissed petitions challenging the ban on hijab in educational institutions. The court said that the headscarf is not an essential religious practice in Islam, and the freedom of religion under Article 25 of the Constitution is subject to reasonable restrictions. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, shortly after the hijab and the halal controversy that raged on in Karnataka, we saw fringe groups that came out demanding that halal meat must be banned in the state. Political parties dove into that fight. On the 1st of April, Karnataka Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services Department asked the BBMP, the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, to in fact the civil body there, civic body, to redirect all slaughterhouses and chicken shops in the city to ensure that animals are stunned mandatorily before they are slaughtered for meat. This keeps the controversy brewing as many fringe groups still keep up that demand on banning halal meat in Karnataka. Let's have a look at this report.
First, the hijab controversy. Then, Muslims barred from putting stalls for a Hindu fest. And now, a controversy over halal. With just 1 year before Karnataka goes to polls, polarized face-offs are becoming the norm in the state. Fringe groups are calling for a ban on halal. The demand has turned into a political fight. Known for his controversial comments, BJP's C.T. Ravi immediately waded into this fight, calling halal economic jihad.
Halal matlab kya hai? What is the meaning of halal? Quality certificate? Is it quality certificate? मजहब के वजह से सर्टिफाइड कर रहा है तो economic jihad होता है.
So will a ban on halal become a reality in Karnataka in the run-up to state elections?
We have to study in entirety because there is nothing to do with some rules or nothing that. So it is a practice which was going on. Now serious objections have been raised regarding that. We will look into that.
Halal is a religious practice of some community which they have believed and they have every right to take halal food. So government is not interfering in that. It doesn't come under any rule of the government.
Meanwhile, the ruling party has also said that one religion cannot impose its ideology on another.
मुसलमानों को हलाल करने के लिए कोई रुक नहीं सकता. वो हलाल के बारे में वो उनका काम करने दो. झटका के बारे में हिंदुओं की इच्छा है, वो उनका हिंदुओं की इच्छा हिंदू करने दो. उसमें क्या कंफ्यूजन है? किसके ऊपर विश्वास है वो करने दो.
The opposition has blamed BJP for no action against the fringe groups.
BJP chief minister is responsible for all these things. Even on moral policing, he only did not stop it. He only encouraged what's wrong. Only for their political gains, they are just seeing that Karnataka image is being spoiled.
I demanding the government, whoever creating problem in the public domain, whether they are the minister, they are the MLAs, they are an important person, you must take action to maintain the harmony of this state.
All right, for further news on that, you could log on to indiatoday.in. You could also download our app for more. It's a wrap for me right now. I'm going to come back with the top headlines. Stay with us.